This is a review for the LEVOIT LV-H132. This unit is cylindrical in shape. It's about 13 inches tall and the diameter is about 8 inches. The unit weighs in at just over 5 pounds. The filters on this unit are at the bottom here, and they consist of a foam pre-filter, a HEPA filter, and a carbon filter. Now, the HEPA and the carbon filter are actually combined into one filter unit, and that is, of course, preceded by the foam pre-filter. This unit features 3 fan speeds, low, medium, and high. Now, output on this unit is a little bit tricky. The manufacturer does not give specific CADR or a specific CFM for this unit. Our testing showed it to be well below 100 CFM. And for the purposes of this review, for the purposes of comparing this unit to other units on the market, we're going to go with that number somewhere in the 80 CFM range, but well below 100 CFM. The unit normally retails for around $90. So what do we like about this air purifier? Well, we do like the filtration on here. It has good and proper filtration. And that is because it actually is equipped with a true HEPA filter. The HEPA filter in there is the same type of filter that you're going to find on much more expensive units. So this unit does have that exact same type of filter, and that is, of course, a HEPA filter. It also comes equipped with a real carbon filter. And furthermore, the carbon in there is actually carbon pellets. And this is important because carbon pellets provide greater surface area for greater absorption of gases. On the market, there are predominantly 2 types of carbon filters. There are filters that are comprised of a fibrous material, which is actually just coated with carbon. And those filters tend to not be as good as filters that are pellet-based, where there are actual carbon pellets in the filter, and that is what the filter is made of. And those carbon pellets provide maximum surface area. And when it comes to gas filtration, what you're doing is you're essentially bonding the carbon to the gas, and the greater the surface area, the more opportunity for that bonding process to take place. So a unit like this that has those pellets is definitely going to be better at gas filtration than units that have the fibrous material that is coated with carbon, which again is the other type of carbon filter that is predominant on the market. Of course, when we speak about gas filtration, we're not talking about air itself. Air is, of course, a gas. We're talking about unwanted gases. So VOCs, odors, things of that nature that are gases. That's what the carbon filter is going to be able to take care of. We also like the fact that this unit is small and lightweight. It's actually surprisingly small compared to most other units on the market. Now, air purifiers don't really get that large to begin with. There's very few units on the market that are very large, but this unit is definitely one of the smaller units out there. And that is definitely a strong positive. If you need to move it between rooms, if you need to move it between different locations in the same room, the fact that this unit is small and lightweight is definitely a positive there. Finally, we do want to mention the fact that you can actually turn off all the control panel lights on this unit. And that is actually something that's a little bit more unique on the market, something that we would like to see be more of a predominant feature, but actually is more unique. On this unit, there is actually a dimmer switch where you can select different levels of illumination on the control panel, and you can actually have the unit running and have all the lights be completely off. And the fact is that there are many units on the market where you don't have that same functionality, where you are forced to have LED lights on the control panel be on all the time when the unit is running. And if you are using the unit in a application such as a bedroom at night, that can be an issue if those lights are illuminating the whole room. With this unit, that is not a problem. So what do we not like about this LEVOIT? Surprisingly, it's the value here. Now, the unit is fairly inexpensive. It retails for approximately $90, as we said earlier. However, there are other units on the market at approximately the same price that give you greater output. And that is really the bigger negative here, is the fact that you have that really low output. So even something like the Germ Guardian AC4825, a very popular option in a similar price there, you're going to get much greater output than you get with this unit. The intake here is very small on the bottom. The output on the top here there's not a lot of area here for it to output. And so it is physically limited in how much air it can take in, how much air it can output. And even though that small size is great for portability, the small size really keeps this unit from outputting, even if there was a more powerful fan in there, there's just not enough surface area here to go around to actually output a good amount of air. So that value takes a hit because even though you are purchasing the unit at a low price, you are not getting as good of an output as you can get at the same price point. This unit, like we said earlier, is going to output at less than 100 CFM. You can get many units on the market that are approximately the same price that can output 100 CFM, 120 CFM, 130 CFM. So because we are so concerned about output and because output is so important, we cannot give this unit a good value score for the fact that it doesn't give you that output for the price that it is. So what else do we not like about the unit? We really don't like the fact that it doesn't do anything particularly well. Yes, it is portable. That is a strong positive. But other than that, in terms of energy efficiency, in terms of noise output, this is a very average unit. And yes, you could say that because it does all those things at an average rate, it doesn't do them particularly poorly. But we really would like to see this unit do better in terms of energy efficiency, for it to do better in terms of noise output. And it's just average in those categories. So how does this LEVOIT compare to other air purifiers at its same price point otherwise? We talked about the output earlier and how other units have better output. But how does it compare otherwise? First of all, this unit does have better gas filtration. Again, that carbon filter, the carbon filter that's on there, it is pellet based, and because it's pellets in there, it's just going to do a better job of filtering out gases with this unit. In terms of particle filtration, the other units are going to do better, and that has to do with output. Particle filtration, a major component of particle filtration is CFM, is the unit's ability to process air. And this unit just cannot process a lot of air. And because it cannot process a lot of air, it cannot process the same amount of air quickly. And because of that, the particle filtration is not as good on this unit. So the bottom line here compared to other units at the same price point is, if particle filtration is your main concern, definitely go with those other options. Again, the Germ Guardian AC 4825 is one of those recommended units. If gas filtration is more important to you, then this LEVOIT unit is likely the better option. So how does this LEVOIT unit compare to some of the top rated units on the market? Well, the top rated units are just that. They are top rated for a reason. And the greatest reason is the fact that they offer great energy efficiency. They offer very low noise output. In smaller rooms, they perform especially well because they can be set to lower settings. Top-rated units have much greater output than this LEVOIT unit, and therefore in smaller rooms they can be set to lower settings, and on those lower settings they have tremendous energy efficiency. They are not noisy at all. They are in fact very quiet. The fact is that just all the way around, a top-rated unit is going to be a much better option than this LEVOIT, and that is everything outside of price, of course. So what is our bottom line recommendation here? Well, the bottom line recommendation is that we would recommend that you step up to a top-rated unit if it is at all possible. Top-rated units are not necessarily going to be that much more expensive, and they're just going to offer a lot more. We have links for those top-rated units in the description to this video.